Requirement of Public Law 1975, Chapter 231. Notice is hereby given that this is a regular meeting of the Borough of Highlands, Mayor and Council, and all requirements have been met. Notice has been transmitted to the Asbury Park Press and the Two River Times. Notice has been posted on the public bulletin board. Formal action will be taken. Can everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilmember Brion.
Here.
Councilmember Carr is absent. Councilmember Diarigo. Here. Councilmember Keen-Wells.
Here.
Mayor O'Neill.
Here.
Approval of the minutes for September 6, 2017. Do I have any amendments or corrections? May I have a motion?
I'll second.
Councilmember Brion.
Yes.
Councilmember Diarigo.
Yes.
Councilmember Keen-Wells.
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill.
Yes.
The minutes have been properly approved. It's the public comment for resolutions only on tonight's agenda.
Anybody like to speak on what's going on here tonight? Feel free to. You're all the man's friends. Any other issues? No.
Next is Resolution 17-162. Appoint the Chief of Police, Robert Burton. Do I have a motion?
I'll second that.
Roll call.
Councilmember Brion.
Yes.
Councilmember Diarigo.
Yes.
Councilmember Keen-Wells.
Absolutely.
Mayor O'Neill.
Yes.
The Resolution 17-162 has been properly approved. You will swear in the Chief.
I, Robert Burton, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
That I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to
the same
the same
and the governments established in the United States
and the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office
all the duties of the office
of Chief of Police
of Chief of
of
Police
the
of
Borough of Highlands
the Borough of Highlands
Police Department,
Police Department,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you. I'm not making a speech, everybody. It's not happening.
Really?
Yes. Thank you. Would you like to say something, Joe? Thank you. Thanks.
I'll say something. I was asked to say something, so I really didn't say nothing for 14 years, so
All right, you are.
First talk about this. No, okay. As you know, Chief took over as of right now. He's been acting chief since May. For me, the best part of retiring was knowing that Robbie was taking over, and that the police department was in good hands with Robbie as well as the other officers here. When I retired, I had no worries. I know that they're going to expand on what I did and do things that I haven't done and make the department even better, if that's possible. Yeah, but Robbie's been he's been captain for a few years now, and congratulate him. And it's good for the town. It's good for him. And it's just the best thing for the town. And that's all.
Our neighbor told me he was a junior chief. Thanks everybody for coming out. We're gonna go outside so we can just make sure we take some pictures out there.
He wants to strip. You gotta beam him down and just put him home for the kill later.
So that's our
What's the last time I knew it was like 92. So that's 80s. It's huge. That's him.
So I have
I am very.
To continue the meeting, next on the agenda is the consent agenda. Resolution 17-163, extend trash collection contract, and 17-164, authorize the payment of bills. Do I have a motion? I'll offer. Do I have a second?
I will.
Councilmember Breon?
Yes.
Councilmember Diariga?
Yes.
Councilmember King Wells?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
The consent agenda has been properly approved. Resolution 17-165, unfortunately, the purchaser did not have the required publication done in enough time. It will have to be tabled for the next meeting as they do not have all their state required documents in order at this time.
Very good.
Do I have a motion to table it?
So moved.
Yes. That was solely there in case he did get his ducks in order.
They were close. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Councilmember Breon?
Yes.
Councilmember Diariga?
Yes.
Councilmember King Wells?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Resolution 17-165 has been tabled
The October 4th meeting.
until October 4th. Resolution 17-166 is to authorize the mayor's signature on the Community Development Block Grant 2016 documents.
This is an additional requirement of the CDBG grant because it may involve federal funding through HUD, so it's just basically housekeeping that the county is requiring. This was approved, the CDBG grant contract at the last meeting.
Anybody like to offer that?
I'll offer.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Breon?
Yes.
Councilmember Diariga?
Yes.
Councilmember King Wells?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Resolution 17-166 has been properly approved. Next on the agenda is ordinances, public hearings, and possible adoptions. Ordinance 1716 is to update the borough's adoption of the International Property Maintenance Code. Introduction of 1716 was advertised in the Asbury Park Press on September 12, 2017. We need to open the meeting for a public comment.
Anybody like to ask any questions, make any comments on this? Ordinance 01716. Seeing none, I'll close it.
Do I have a motion to adopt the ordinance?
I'll move it.
I'll second.
Councilmember Breon?
Yes.
Councilmember Diariga?
Yes.
Councilmember King Wells?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Ordinance 1716 has been properly adopted. Ordinance 1717 is to amend code concerning lawn sprinkler systems. The introduction of 1717 was advertised in the Asbury Park Press on September 12, 2017. Motion to open the meeting to the public?
Open to the public. Ms. Flacco.
I'm like a pretty short drive. Are there changes in this? Because I haven't had a chance to read this, but I did read the other one very thoroughly. And it seemed to me that there was a time when it was, I don't know if it's still here. Because
When
I
you
haven't
say-
had time to read
When you say time limit, there's been no changes since the
it.
last.
No changes since the last time. Oh, here it is. To water lawns and beds between the hours of 12 and 12 midnight and 9 a.m. Who's going to enforce that?
Code enforcement. And also, if you look at subsection B, like other towns, this is to conserve water. Odd houses can water on odd days, even on odd days. But if you also look at subsection D, if you have a smart lawn sprinkler system which meets the EPA criteria, you're exempt from those restrictions as well. Because smart lawn sprinkler systems do not water during raining, etc. So this is actually the information in here is approved by Sustainable New Jersey as well, which is may have suggested a number of requirements that we put in there. But whereas the borough previously did not permit lawn sprinkler systems, we are now permitting it, encouraging conservation.
Anyone else? You good, Carol? Yeah. Chris?
Chris Francie, 36 Fifth Street. In spite of not being allowed, there are many lawn sprinkling systems in town. I doubt many of them, if any, have the smart sense controllers. Are we requiring people to retrofit new controllers?
No, but if they go for all applications for new systems require a license, and if
I'm
they
sorry,
are,
I
if
see.
all applications for new lawn systems require a license. However, if someone is going to retrofit and update it, they do not have to pay a license fee, so they're encouraged to do that. Plus, if you have a smart system, you see you're not you're not required at the time and the odd and even rule. So there are benefits to upgrading your system.
Chris, just for your and everyone else's, the reason that I worked with Brian on this ordinance is because it was brought up to us by our tree commissioner that we had a law on the books saying that all sprinkler systems were not allowed.
Everybody's on
And this
board with
was
that, yeah.
from a time, maybe 30, 40 years ago, when we had our own water supply in New Jersey. American Water was not supplying our water. So this is, yet again, just another update to our ordinances to reflect
it's a
what's
good
actually
law.
going on.
But, for example, the garden clubs, sprinkler systems in the town park do not have smart sensors.
A lot of people's don't, but if you do get them, I mean, it's better for you because then you're saving because if it's raining, you don't need to be having your lawn water.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Do I have a motion to adopt ordinance 1717?
Yes.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Rion,
Yes.
Councilmember Diariga,
Yes.
Councilmember Kane Wells,
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill.
Yes.
Ordinance 1717 has been properly adopted. Other business, enforcement of grease trap update.
I'll let Mr. Diggin handle
The construction department has sent out up to certain businesses their second violation notice now. I believe the next step will be fines for those businesses still not in compliance.
Next, sewer sanitary scoping report.
Mr. Ruger, you?
I can talk about it. So, the borough solicited some quotes to get some new sewers downtown here, clean and televised. A lot of the sewers came back, and I'm talking sanitary sewers, came back in poor shape. We came up on the recommendation report, and Councilman Card actually called me to talk about it as well. A lot of the pipes should be replaced. Some might be able to be lined, but those pipes that are in decent shape are sagged, so you're going to line the sag. So what happens is that you're setting yourself up for more blockages. So it's probably more conducive at this point with the 100-year-old pipes to replace them. And that piggybacks kind of what you and I kind of went back and forth with today about let's look at the storm sewer while we're there and kill everything at once. So we're actually looking at soliciting quotes to get the storm sewer done in these areas and take care of everything all at the same time.
Okay.
Next item of business, Tide Flex valves.
You want to address that?
It's up to you. If you want to address it, you want to start. I sent quotes out to everybody today. 3 quotes that I was able to finally get.
I'll sign the purchase order tomorrow. 6 to 8 week lead time?
Yeah, Mayor, if I could elaborate a little bit, it's the same 3 locations that we always that we had talked about in the first go around. But I looked at Vets Park a little differently than it was looked at in the past. And instead of trying to mess with the rock and concrete revetment that's out there, and then the last couple sticks of pipe, you can actually see the wire cage inside the concrete is worn out so much. You're getting the permits, you're getting into construction costs, and large costs. Going the route we did to put a small, it's called a checkmate valve inside the last inlet before you get to the water. Actually, that's something the DPW can most likely do. Cinch it up inside the pipe as the downstream side of that last inlet and accomplish the same goal for a heck of a lot less money than what, you're talking, if you had to do a construction project out in the water, you're probably talking the $60,000 range. Here you're talking $2,600, and some, a couple of DPW guys. So I think that was a better fit, for lack of a better word, for that pipe. Jackson was always the same way. duckbill, that's probably the easiest of the three. Take off what's there, put the line, click, and you're done. And then Cedar, part of Oswald's scope to when they do Valley Street, is to look at Cedar also. Not sure how good of condition that pipe is as it leaves. It's corrugated metal, so it's rusted. You don't know if it can hold the weight of a valve or not. So it might have to put a PVC sleeve in part of a retrofit that last few feet, and put the valve on that. So that the TV will tell that. But as far as ordering these, you have enough information to order these now, and then Mark and I will work with Tideflex or wherever you go with to make sure all the sizes are good and everything, and get these things put in.
Going with Tideflex.
Yeah, that was the cheapest of the three.
And in fairness, not because this project took so long to do, but Dale and I met with the guy from Tideflex 3 weeks ago,
At least.
and he was terrible at getting back. I'm telling you, brutal, brutal. It was all going to be taken. Going back to the shop tonight, it gets so late out, and you'll have this by the end of the week. We met like on a Wednesday.
Yep.
2 weeks later, he's pounding on the phone, we still couldn't get any answer from him. But I guess that's how they do business. It's not like everybody sells them, you can't get them at Home Depot, so. But tomorrow I'll sign the thing, that's what needs to be done, and we'll move on with those three. Cedar, Jackson,
And Vets.
Veterans Park. I spoke to Phil Pot today, DPW guy. He has gotten some plans, I guess you got them from Rice Bulkheaders.
I got a proposal. I didn't get any plans. I got a proposal.
Proposal, okay. Do the bulkhead over here, and then we're gonna look to put some duckbills in there. And figure out whether we're gonna put, I think that's like 36 inch,
Yeah.
which might be too big to put in the bulkhead that we're doing. So we might have to go with 2 small ones, but we're gonna figure that out, and that's gonna be the next thing we're gonna do. Put whatever we are here, when we put in the new bulkhead, and then we're gonna, but I believe we're gonna look at the checkmates.
Those are the
Put a
insides.
little outlets that come off the street here, so. You don't know, I spoke with Carolyn about it, and maybe we shore up this gangplank here, put some flapper valves in it, put some check valves in, here, maybe we don't have to do other things. We don't need a pump, maybe we don't need all of it, we'll see. That's the tack I think we're gonna take. 3 check valves, roughly $19,000.
Actually,
No,
it
it's
was
less, it's
16.9. I think it was.
Alright.
Yeah.
like 17 altogether
The
with
change in
shipping,
them,
yeah.
because the change in the one.
That change went down. I think it went down from 6 something down to 2 something with that different valve.
So, we're gonna move. It's gonna go in. It's gonna go in this year. Get them going in.
And
How cold
it's-
water it is, or how high, whatever.
It's easy maintenance too.
That's where we are with that. Brian, update?
A few things that I've been working on since my last report. I wasn't present at the last meeting, but I don't know if it is in the report publicly. We were negotiating with Thompson. They were looking to charge us for certain retiree benefits and pension. They have, after several discussions, they decided to not pursue that any longer. The rec program, the Kids on the Move program just started on Monday. There's 16 kids registered as of today. Yoga for Kids will begin October 3rd. Teen nights have been scheduled on Friday nights, September 29th, October 13th, and 27th, November 17th, and December 15th from 7 to 9:30 here at the Community Center. The Halloween Parade and Costume Contest is being planned for October 21st at 1 p.m., but that's still in the works. And there's 2 private rentals for birthday parties booked here at the Community Center over the next 2 months. But, lifeguards, I touched base with the Seabright administrator. I'm going to be meeting with him next week to begin plans for next year. If you have any input, pros or cons for lifeguards and street sweeping, what
That basically balance out pretty close.
pretty close. We haven't worked out final numbers. I imagine when I sit down with him, the way it was projected, we would owe them, I believe it was about $5,000 at the end of the year when it all worked out, but we need to calculate, because we had several days we didn't have lifeguards, because the beach is being closed. With regard to the elementary school and the
Actually, sorry,
drainage,
Sorry, just make
Sure.
sure you get Mark's input, because I know
yes,
maintenance of the machine
I
and
was-
sweeper blades and all that kind of fun
I
stuff.
actually calculated that in when
Okay.
I came up with our numbers, so
Okay,
he wasn't aware of that.
Okay.
But I was talking to him about staffing
right, okay.
issues.
And I'll just say something on that. I don't think we should take too hard of a line on the lifeguards. It's our fault that we put the work.
I agree, yeah.
It's just how it is, you know. Don't let them swim in sewage, so.
With regard to the elementary school and drainage issues, I sent an email today, we still haven't had any updates, what they're gonna do to remediate the problem. So every rainstorm, it's, costing the borough a lot of money.
Brian, can you send me that email too, because I'm up there quite a bit,
Okay,
and I don't mind, I don't want to do some work.
What Brian's referring to were the downspouts in the high school. The grammar school are tied into the sewer instead of to the storm drain, so they put essentially water into the sewer. They don't want that.
that we pay to process.
Right, I'm gonna get that taken care of.
At a previous meeting, there was a question about the land use board and minutes being posted on the website. That's been brought current. I spoke with Kathy actually today. Get some help for her for typing out the minutes. So I guess they have more meetings scheduled in the upcoming future.
And a special meeting. This week, correct? Special meeting.
Civil service, I'm still working with them to straighten out several issues that we've had with employee titles and certifications. And then lastly, I saw the administrator from Middletown last week. He and I are going to be setting up a follow-up meeting to discuss Mountain Hills and the drainage issue. He said he had some more information for me, and Tom said might be able to lend a hand with that. So I'm sure they'll be involved in the next meeting.
Does he need a letter written from me, or we pass that?
I think we'll pass that. And that is all I got.
I just have one more thing, from the Highlands Fire Department, Station 17-1. It's their August monthly report. It says, in the month of August, the Highlands Fire Department responded to 15 calls. Calls for the month ranged from fire alarms, smoke condition, water rescue, boat fire, and structure fire. It should be noted that the fire department was able to confine the structure fire to one dwelling with damage within only 2 rooms. And there's another item, events. August 1st, the fire department assisted the police department with National Night Out, participating in the Touch of Fire truck event along with providing bonfire detail. August 3rd through 6th was the annual Clam Festival, with showing at our booth. 10th, monthly Mid-Monmouth Fire Police meeting with South Firehouse. August 20th, the fire department held a memorial service for past ex-chief and member of the department, John Card, Jr. August 21st, the fire department attended the annual Monmouth County Caucus meeting of the State Relief Association. Drills, time was spent for the month cleaning the firehouse from past events along with installing new recirculating fans. And most importantly, September 26th, the fire department will be holding a blood drive from 5 to 7:30 p.m. Respectfully submitted to John McKay, Chief of Highlands Fire. I guess that's that. Public work.
I'd like to remind people to please come up to the microphone and state your name and address for the record. It makes my life a lot easier. I'm very going to ask you please do it to help us with minutes.
I don't know who it is, and I can't really get the name.
That's me.
Lincoln Avenue, okay. Oh, Tina?
Yeah, that's me.
You
As she said, you couldn't get the name.
Tina Kemmer, 164 Linden Avenue. I just wanted to have a follow-up, actually, with Chief Burton, who is out getting his picture taken right now. Good for him. It just has to do with the school zone that we have across from the elementary school. I wanted to point out now, with the season coming up and winter approaching, there has been a long-standing issue of snow plowing, clearing the sidewalk, not only on Linden Avenue, the sidewalk adjacent to the school property, but heading up Waterwich, and then also the sidewalk along the school facing Route 36. where the bus stop is, particularly where kids are walking down the street getting into the school. I have seen, because I take the bus into the city frequently, that it's not plowed. And kids are trying to get to school, I'm trying to get to the bus stop. And I've seen mothers walk their kids on the highway because they can't walk on the sidewalk because it's not plowed. And there's a cop car parked there blinking, so that people know that buses are coming. And they have to walk around the cop car on 36 to get into the school property. And this isn't just like a one time, this is always. So I wanted to point this out because this has been going on for a long time. It's great that we have the school zone signs and everything. I think it's fabulous because there's so many people speeding up and down Linden Avenue with the ferry traffic that we have, the crazy drivers, they're really crazy. But, we really need to address this situation with plowing the sidewalks. I don't know what the school zone is really going to be in the wintertime if we don't do that. It's just not a safe area.
The plowing of that sidewalk is under contract by the school board, I believe. We only take care of the parking lot.
So that's the school board contract.
Yeah.
Okay,
We do what the fenced area is,
right.
crosswalk. The school takes care of their property except for the parking lot.
So do they realize that their kids are kind of being put at risk here, when they're having to walk into the highway?
I tend to think that the school's closed and they should have a contractor open the sidewalks before the school's open back up.
Right.
But
So
you get,
kids can
you
get
get
to
half
school.
into school nowadays, half into just know nowadays the school's closed. Not like years past when I was young.
You have to kind of
Until
ski to
both
school.
ways, you know how it works. But that's their own.
Okay,
And
well,
they do it.
whomever's responsibility it is, I just see it happening. I see an accident, I see myself slipping and falling, let alone,
And then
a
actually
little
by
kid.
ordinance, I believe there's a time limit on when it has to be. There is an ordinance on that.
Right.
It has to be-
Should I be addressing this with the school or?
No, we can do that.
Okay, I mean, they need to kind of gear up for that, so it's, they're prepared.
We got involved plowing their driveways, but there was a budgetary problem up there. So that's what we're doing.
Okay, thank you.
Bucko?
Carol Bucko, 330 Shore Drive. I just wondered if there's anything happening with the new Borough Hall. I saw some more green trailers coming in about a week ago. And are there any more negotiations going on?
The contract, we expect it to be fully signed
When?
any day.
Any day? I was also wondering, because I tried to look up who owns the property that the public school is on. And I'm told the school board owns that property, even though it's listed as Highlands in the records.
I have to tend to think so, because remember they bought the place next door, and they own that too.
Yeah, that's the only one that's listed as Highlands Public School
I
ownership.
don't know.
So I think maybe we gotta look into that, and maybe we wouldn't have to go through this big expense of tearing down, even though you've already negotiated.
So what you're saying is that the school, the town owns the property, the school.
Send it to another school? Rent the school at OLPH.
What's that?
Rent the school at OLPH. And then we could have a nice Borough Hall up there. Anyway, I brought it up earlier in the year when you were negotiating,
And I spoke to the borough, the Board of Education about it, and no case to sell it.
well, they won't, if they don't own it, they can't sell it. Somebody needs to find out who really owns it. It's gotta be listed someplace.
Wouldn't that be
Thank you.
Title certified. Thank you. Chris,
Chris Francie, 36 Fifth Street. I need to bring up a matter about the Land Use Board. We were directed by this council to hire planners to evaluate the current zoning for Captain's
redevelopment.
Cove and Shadow One.
Hey, Chris. Yeah. Come on.
No, I'm okay, you can hear me. And so we've been going through this process, and I'm embarrassed it's taken so long, but now we're ready to place the purchase order, and we were told that we had $19,000 in the account, and the budget, the contracts for the two proposals was 10 grand, 5 grand for each if we bought them together. We went to place the purchase order, it turns out there's only 8,000 available to
Right.
spend.
Because that money was line items for certain uses there, and there was never a line item put in because it was never brought to my attention until after the fact.
But Rick, you've been sitting in on these meetings
No,
now
no,
for
this
a
was
year.
before that. No, I didn't start till January.
I understand,
And
I
I
talked
took
about
that
doing
budget,
it.
and I found out afterwards that this is what you were going to do. I called Jack, sat with Jack Serpico, I sat with Catherine, and I think we called Pat. There was no request for that money at the time. That's why I wasn't there. There is an alternative route to go, but as of right now, I believe we have insufficient funds to fund that.
What is the
We spoke
alternative?
about this.
I mean,
Pat will explain it to you.
okay. Well, I'm all ears.
Sure. So we did set aside $8,000 in the budget, like the mayor said, and like you said. And we understand the contract's for $10,000, but there's two components of that. So may I suggest that if we can award one component now, $5,000 now, and then in November, I'll prepare a transfer to make sure we secure the other $2,000, which would be pretty easy for us to transfer. And then the award, as long as they bid, specs call for that, then the award to be made November 1st. Now, hopefully that doesn't hold up anything. But like the mayor said, those other items were earmarked for attorneys and legal bills and advertising. And if we dig into those monies, and if the council doesn't approve a transfer, we may have an over expenditure. So we're trying to be ultra conservative. And so the answer is we set aside $8,000.
Can we move ahead with the one component?
That I guess is between the board and the planner.
And at this point,
Pat would have to explain that, because I really don't know how that works, because I don't know if you can give them a job without having the money to pay.
Well, did you bid it in two components there?
two components,
Well, I
Two
don't see any
separate
issue.
parcels, correct?
two separate,
Two separate
two
parts.
separate bids.
It's covered, it says 5 for one and 5 for the other. it's a
6
total of
and
10.
6, but if we do them together, 10 grand total.
So we have to find out if we split the money, okay, we'll give you $5,000.
Well, I mean, at this point, if there's 8, we can do 6. If we, I mean, that's no big issue. That becomes between Kim and the plan.
Yeah, but if you split it, it costs us $2,000 more if they don't fall in under the $10,000 to do the job.
If we had the money, we wouldn't be this
If
fine.
they asked for the money would have been there.
You gave us the direction.
No,
You
I didn't give you the direction.
counsel.
The direction was given in December,
Approximately.
November last year, something
That was
like that.
before me, Chris.
I understand
And I
that.
struck the budget without knowing that was a need until it was too late. And now in November it can change. You know what? That's how it is, that's one of those things, you didn't take care of your end and all of a sudden I gotta take care of my end. They just gave you a solve for that, but the solve will take till November. If the planner's willing to say, okay, I'll take the contract for $10,000, we'll split it and you can pay me 5 and 5, you'll have the money. You can start right away with $8,000.
All right, so at this point, we are free to get Kim committed to work with the planner and move ahead. Not spending more than 8.
I'm okay with that. I don't know if there's an issue legally with that. That's good.
No, but you can do a transfer of that after November 1st for the second component.
Is that all right with you guys?
And I'm not sure, did you retain the same planner for before,
Yes.
so we already discussed that with her. You know, that she's going from team one until after you could effectually transfer the member.
And we'll let Kim work that out. It looks like there's too many people involved in
We
that.
discussed it last night, and that's the solve we came up with, with all respect to everyone.
And with us awarding them the project to look at our ordinances for the central business district and all that other kind of stuff, and now you guys, meaning the land use board, has awarded them this other project, I'm sure that they will work with us. I'm certain.
I was certain we had money too. So at this point, we tend to get surprised sometimes on the way these things work out. But I agree with you 100%. That's the way we'll proceed, and Andrew will get a hold of Kathy Burgess, who will tell Kim to move ahead however she can. That's okay.
Anybody else like
Thank
to
you.
say anything, ask a question, make a statement before I close the public portion? Make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out, Doug.